Good day, students, and welcome to our History Digital class. Today, we are going to study lesson number 4, Economic Development. Now, what is economic development? Economic development is defined as an increase in a country's wealth and standard of living. It is usually measured by an increase in the gross domestic product, that is GDP, or other measures of aggregate income. It is the process by which the economic well being and quality of life of a nation, region, local community, or an individual are improved according to targeted goals and objectives. Now, in this lesson, we are going to study mixed economy, 5-year plans and their successes and failures, nationalization of banks, 20-point program, mill workers strike, and new economic policy of 1991. Mixed economy. Brainstorming about the kind of economy we would adopt after independence started much before India got independence. Our Prime Minister Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru adopted the middle path rather than taking resources to any extremes. Some countries had adopted capitalism while some had adopted socialism. Each type of economy had its own advantages. Now, in a capitalist system, the means of production are privately owned. In a socialist economy, the means of production are owned by the state in the name of the society. And in mixed economy, works both in the private and the public sector. In order to achieve economic development of modern India, we gave preference to a model of mixed economy. We can see three parts in its kind of economy. Public sector. The industries in this sector are completely under the control and management of the government. For example, production of the defense equipment. Private sector. The industries in this sector are owned by private industrialists. Of course, the government supervises and controls them too. For example, consumer goods. And joint sector. In this sector, some industries are owned by private industrialists while some are run under government management. Now, for mixed economy to run smoothly, there is a need for coordination between the private sector and the public sector. This system aims at maximization of production and popular participation on a large scale. An effort has been made in this system to bring together the good aspects of both the capitalist and the socialist system. A mixed economy cannot ignore the profit motive, entrepreneurship, discipline, time bound planning, etc. A mixed economy also naturally tends to give priority to national interest. Long term development is stressed upon with priority. The industries like defense, scientific research, education, road, railways, waterways, seaports, and airport development require huge capital investment, but the returns in this area are delayed. Not many private industrialists are keen to invest in these areas. In such a situation, the government has to take the initiative. Now, India adopted the mixed economy model and 5-year plans and started off on its path of development. The industrial policy of 1973 increased the speed of development. The government focused on the development of small scale industries and cottage industries and also started paying some attention to the cooperative sectors. Now we will move on to the 5-year plan. The planning was necessary to solve problems like poverty, unemployment, population growth, low standard of living, low productivity of agriculture and industries, and backwardness in the fields of knowledge, science, and technology. India established the Planning Commission in 1950 with Prime Minister Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru as its chairman. It formulated India's 5 year plans that included rural and agricultural development. The fundamental principle of planning. A general principle of planning is the proportionate distribution of the resources of a country and the appropriate use of the human resources to fulfill the needs of the people. Next comes the goals of plans. Now, the general goals of the economic planning of India are as follows: increase in the national income, bring about rapid industrialization by focusing on the basic industries, bring about an increase in agricultural production so that the country becomes self sufficient in food grain production, use of human resources in the country optimally by making increasing employment opportunities available, remove the inequality in earnings and wealth, maintain stable prices of commodities, bring the growth in population under control by family planning, improve the standard of living by eradicating poverty, develop social service, and make the economy self sufficient. Now, let us see the first 5 year plan. First 5 year plan from 1951 to 1956. The expenditure in this plan was primarily on agriculture, social development, irrigation, and food control, sources of energy, rural and small industries, heavy industries and minerals, transport and communication, education and health. This plan consisted of measures to lay the foundation of planned economic development. The second 5 year plan. The second 5 year plan was from 1956 to 1961. Expenditure was on the following: they focused on industrialization, which led to an increase in the national income. Next comes the third 5 year plan from 1961 to 1966. They aimed at bringing a balance between industries and agriculture. They focused on national income. They also focused on heavy industries, development in transport and mineral industries, eradication of poverty, increase employment, etc. 3 1 year plan from 1966 to 1969 due to the intense famine, invasion by China, and war with Pakistan. Focus was more on defense and tackling the famine rather than development. Now, the fourth 5 year plan, 1969 to 1974. The intentions behind setting the goals of this plan were that India should become self reliant, government should develop the basic industries, increase the speed of economic development, and pay attention to establishing a socialistic pattern of society. 14 major banks in the country were nationalized. Now, in the fourth 5 year plan, it did not succeed as expected due to the Bangladesh war and increase in oil prices. The fifth 5 year plan, 1974 to 1979. Goal of making India self sufficient. However, there was a failure to remove poverty and employment. Objectives of this plans were: increase national income, employment, education, nutrition, food and drinking water, medical facilities in rural areas, supply electricity and means of communication, social welfare and agricultural development, etc. Now, sixth 5 year plan, 1980 to 1985. This plan also stressed upon eradication of poverty and employment generation. Now, the following programs were implemented in this plan: Integrated Rural Development Program, that is IRDP. Next, Rural Landless Employment Guarantee Program, that is RLEGP, National Rural Employment Program, that is NREP, and Salem Steel Plant. Next comes the 7th 5-year plan, 1985 to 1990. Now, this 7th 5-year plan focused on employment generation, food, and productivity. Following programs were laid: Jawahar Rozgar Yojana, Indian Awas Yojana, scheme of 10 lakh wells. The 7th plan proved to be important from the point of view of employment generation. Now, the 8th 5-year plan, 1992 to 1997. Now, this 8th 5-year plan focused on the private sector, reflecting the liberalization and free market policy of 1991. The following programs were started during this plan: Pradhan Mantri Rozgar Yojana, Mahila Samruddhi Yojana, Rashtriya Samajik Arthik Sahaya Yojana, Midday Meal Scheme, Indira Mahila Scheme, and Ganga Kalyan Scheme. Next comes the last plan, that is 9th 5-year plan, 1997 to 2002. In this 9th 5-year plan, agriculture and rural development were the main focus. Communication system and scheme sector progressed according to the plan. So that's all for today. I hope that you have understood the points up till now. You will read the lesson till the point we have completed today. We will meet back again with the remaining points of the lesson. Till then, thank you and have a wonderful day.